a lot of people too, they don't want to accept that if you get triggered, that's on you. That's
That's
your
what's in your
responsibility.
subconscious getting triggered.
That's
Yeah.
your responsibility. So the game
No one can
is
fix it
on
but you.
the game is on you, because that's what triggered people do. And you'll notice this too when I go on these panels. Anytime you see these girls with the panels and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
When you see these girls and they have this uncontrollable, like they just need to say something, they need to cut somebody off, they need to get their word in. You have to understand you're witnessing a triggered individual. This is somebody with some kind of
100%.
unhealed trauma, unhealed problem in their life, which the dime a dozen nowadays, right? And they can't control themselves because the topic at hand is causing them to relive a traumatic event that has happened in their life. And I think a lot of people don't really want to be responsible for how they feel.
Exactly. That's the key word right there.
And
Because if
it's
it's
crazy.
someone else who needs to change because of what they did, then you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
If someone else was bad or wrong, that means they have to change, but not you.
Yeah.
Now, there are times where people have legitimately wronged you, and there is oftentimes rage, um, rage, resentment, a desire for revenge because others have legitimately hurt you. But it's an internal wound, and the only one that can heal you is you. When people come to me, I don't heal them. I show them how to heal themselves because I can't heal them, but I can show them how to heal themselves, and then they do the work and do it. No one else can really do that.
Yeah. And when it goes back to because I think I want to talk about breakups for a little bit, because that's like one of the
Sure.
most Googled topics out there, anyways, is about how to get your ex back. And if not how to get your ex back, then like how to get revenge on your ex, I think is like number two. And a lot
Yeah.
of people want revenge. And it's just, look, let's talk about this uncomfortable conversation with breakups, right? When you go through a breakup, a lot of bad things happen, right? These are two people who once loved each other, or at least you were under the guise of one of you was in love. Um, and you know, this kind of how can I put this? Like you're almost like detoxing off of a person because you're both chemically addicted to each other,
Yeah.
right? And there's so many things you think like, oh, if I just post this on social media to make my ex jealous, that'll show her that she'll realize like, yeah, you shouldn't have left me. Now that's why you, I don't know, cheated on me with that guy and now he left you and you're all alone. Ha ha ha. Like that is just it's just so bad for you. Like me personally too, like I don't know. I think a lot of people are on board with this whole like blocking your ex or just blocking people out of your life. Like if the person is like clearly crazy and
If they're clearly toxic, go ahead and block them.
like actively trying to
Yeah.
sabotage your life on like on a very front facing platform, like yeah, cool, I get it. They're literally crazy, block them. But like when you like break up with your ex and you're like, oh, I can't, I gotta like unfollow them everywhere and I gotta block them everywhere and I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta start like slandering their name across town and tearing this person down. All that is doing is showing your friends and friends and loved ones and people in your current network that you don't know how to handle things with emotional maturity. And if this person were ever to have a fallout with you, they're going to start thinking like, oh, well, this person,
Yeah, this person's gonna get crazy with me too if
yeah, like,
I break up with them.
well, so if like something goes wrong with us, they're going to block me everywhere and they're going to start telling everybody bad things about me and
Yeah.
start trashing my name all over town.
It
And,
actually makes you look a lot worse.
you
It
know,
does.
I have a policy of like really not talking bad about my exes in public, and I've been pretty good about that, you
Yeah.
know, because it makes you look like a fool. Because when you're sitting there formulating, I want revenge, I want this, I want that, and then from the outside, people are gonna look at you and be like, "Damn, this guy's crazy." Because like if he hates this so much, like why did he date her for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years? Like why did he marry her? Why do you have a kid with her? And all you're doing is publicly broadcasting to the world that you're emotionally immature, you're more
Yeah.
of a liability than you are an asset, right? A massive liability. Nobody wants a liability around them.
Yeah.
And I
The best thing you
mean,
can do is actually speak kindly of your ex.
yeah,
It
you know,
actually makes you look very well adjusted.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, so I
And
just think
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Well, I was going to say, ultimately, our message is very empowering here because what we're really saying, hey, if the person who wronged you apologizes to you, asks for forgiveness, tries to make amends, fantastic. But what we're saying is you can forgive, you can let go, you can move forward and live a great life, get a great life regardless of what the person who wronged you did. What that means is you don't need them. You have the power in yourself independently to forgive, let go, move forward, have a great life. If you have the attitude, I need this person to apologize to me, I need this person to make amends before I'm going to be happy, guess who has the power? They do, because of your attitude. Now, I know, again, I don't want to minimize. I know there's people listening to this right now who have been really heinously wronged, who have been betrayed, abused, injustice. But please understand, this is ultimately a empowering message, which is no matter what this other person does, you can heal and move forward. That is the core of this message. You can have a great life. You don't need to live in the past. You can let it go, move on. I've had conversation with people I used to have rage towards, and I have a perfectly cordial conversation with them now. And even if they try to mess with me, it's just like I feel neutral. What that means is they don't have power to mess with me.
Mhm.
That you really become powerful by forgiving. You really do. And you show that you have the power instead of placing the power in their hands to make you better. That's giving your power away.